You've just started chasing your dream. You're fired up, excited, ready to conquer the world. But then, bam, challenges hit you like a ton of bricks. Suddenly, what seemed possible feels impossible. And before you know it, the thought creeps in. Maybe I should quit. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The truth is, 99% of people quit when the going gets tough. But here's the twist. Success isn't reserved for the smartest or the most talented. It's reserved for the ones who refuse to give up. In this video, I'm going to show you why most people quit, and more importantly, how you can be the 1% that wins. Let's dive in. Act 1. The Anatomy of Quitting, 0:45 to 2:30. Let's be real. Quitting isn't a sudden decision. It's a slow process. It starts with doubt. Is this even worth it? Then frustration sets in. Why isn't this working? And finally, you convince yourself it's better to walk away than to keep trying and fail. Why does this happen? It's fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear that all the hard work won't pay off. And let's be honest, how many times have you quit something just because it was hard? Like that fitness goal after day 3? No judgment. We've all been there. Story. But here's the kicker. Think about Thomas Edison. The man failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he quit at attempt 999. Today, we'd probably still be using candles. Now, here's where it gets interesting. What separates the 1% who don't quit from everyone else? Let's break it down. Act 2. The Formula for Winning, 2:30 to 7:30. Step 1. Embrace failure as feedback. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. The 1% don't see failure as a dead end. They see it as data. Every time they fall, they analyze what went wrong, adjust, and try again. Here's a thought. When was the last time you looked at failure and thought, wow, what a great lesson? Yeah, probably never. But that's what the winners do. Example. Take Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. He missed over 9,000 shots in his career and lost almost 300 games. He said, I failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. But embracing failure is just the beginning. Let's talk about the next step. Step 2, focus on consistency, not motivation. Motivation is great. It gets you started. But let's be honest, motivation fades. The 1% know this, which is why they rely on habits, not hype. Think about it. Do you think successful people feel motivated every day? Nope. They just show up and do the work, rain or shine. And here's a secret. You don't need to feel like it to do it. The results will motivate you. Step 3. Find your unshakable why. Quitting is easy when you don't know why you're doing something. The 1% have a deeper purpose. It's not just about the goal, it's about the impact. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Is it for your family? To prove something to yourself? To create a legacy? When your why is stronger than your excuses, quitting stops being an option. And that brings us to the final, most important step. Step 4. Be patient with the process. Success takes time, more time than you think. The 1% don't focus on overnight wins. They play the long game. They trust the process and stay consistent, even when results don't show up immediately. Remember, the only thing standing between you and success is time. The question is, are you willing to stick it out? So here's the bottom line. 99% of people quit because they let fear, frustration, and impatience take over. But you're not going to be one of them. You're going to embrace failure, build habits, find your why, and trust the process. And guess what? That's what makes you unstoppable. Now, here's the next step. Success isn't just about persistence. It's about understanding how small, consistent actions compound over time. Curious? Click the video on your screen right now to learn about the power of compounding and how it can change your life forever. This is Next Gen Evolve. Keep evolving, and I'll see you in the next video.